so much media availability. Here's your look at Radio Row, where Bruce Murray has been hanging out all week. The Fox crew, Michael Strahan included, was nearby, as a matter of fact, today. And Warren Sapp came out and said that Strahan was not a Hall of Famer, and quite frankly, that he was also just built up by the New York hype machine. So how did Strahan respond? I caught up with him at a Fox availability. Michael, Warren Sapp came out again today and said he does not feel you're a Hall of Famer. What's your reaction?
I'm glad he doesn't have a boat.
Why do you think he's got this thing for you? He likes to reiterate how you don't belong to be a Hall of Famer. What's his issue with you?
I don't know. You know what? If you have a problem, if you have a problem with somebody, it's not their problem. So if you have a problem with me, it's not my problem. So I don't understand what his problem is, to be honest with you.
Said you have a mythical sack record for only 4 straight Pro Bowls. You're propped up by the New York media. That's what he said.
I am. I'm all hype. I lasted 15 years on all hype. I 141 and a half career sack, all hype. I was always a starter. Coaches put me out there because that was hype. And I played left end, and that made me get sacks. Reggie White, he was hyped too, because didn't he play left end? Yeah, I was all hyped.
Isn't it odd for someone who's in the Hall of Fame themselves and should just be happy with their current situation that he's so focused on you?
You know what? I would imagine so. You know what? But, you know, this is how I look at it. My life, football is a great part of my life, and I am so grateful for everything. I lasted 15 years. I didn't finish my career as a guy who people looked at and said, he's done. They never looked at me and said, he should give money back, he's stealing. They never looked at me and said, why is he still in there off name because this guy's much better. You never did that with me. I took a lot of pride in everything that I did. And with that being said, I did it as hard as I could do it, the best I could do it for 15 years, and I left it, and that's a part of my life. That's not my entire life. So for some guys, maybe that is their life. That's all they have to hold on to. And for me, that's not it. And I kind of look at all these opinions and everything that's said. I don't respond to him because, you know, a tiger does not pay attention to the opinion of a sheep. So that's the way I look at it. My life is beyond just being a football player and just sacking quarterbacks. I did it. I moved on. And if I make it into the Hall of Fame, that would be a great thrill. And it's kind of like in college, when I was playing and I wanted to be an All-American, and I thought it was for me. I thought I wanted to be an All-Pro. I thought I wanted to be everything. And then I realized once I got the trophy, it didn't mean nothing until I gave it to my mom and I gave it to my dad. And that's what this is. This is about my family. This is about my kids. This is about my teammates. This is about my coaches. This is about the people who helped me get to this point in my life. It's not about me, because none of us do anything by ourselves. And some people may seem to think that they do. And if they do, they're an idiot. Because no one has anything just by doing it themselves. We all... You sound like I'm angry?
No, yeah, I mean...
No, I'm just trying to give a lesson here. Obviously, if someone missed it, this is a great lesson on what life is about. Life is not about yourself. Careers are not who you are. Careers are what you do. And so for me, I don't hang on to stats in football. It's great. I did it. I've moved on. You know, I've won a Super Bowl. I've been to Pro Bowls. I've been All-Pros. I've been Player of the Year. I've done everything I could do. So it's not up to me to vote and see if I'm in the Hall of Fame. It's not up to an opinion of another player if I'm in the Hall of Fame or not. We could argue back and forth all day because there are certain guys who aren't there that I think should be there. So it's just, to me, it's like howling into the wind. Who really cares?
Well, all right, he can say who really cares all he wants. Clearly, Michael Strahan, and I understand, he cares. What's your reaction to all this?
Well, he showed real irritation there. I mean, I was surprised at how he didn't just take the high road and say, look, that's his opinion. Let's see what happens when the voters...
But Warren Sapp's not taking any high roads either.
No, but Warren Sapp should learn from Richard Sherman that, you don't need to make yourself a better man by cutting somebody else down. And, he's in the Hall of Fame already.
Yeah, that's what I don't
How
get.
uncomfortable is that going to be if Michael Strahan finds his way in and now he becomes part of that elite fraternity, having said the things he said? I don't know what Warren Sapp's problem is. I agree with Michael Strahan there.
Great follow-up questions, first of all, to get him talking.
Oh, now you just said that because Frank's going to take a shot at me now. Go ahead.
No, but the other thing is, I'm surprised. I actually think he somehow managed to show he was frustrated with it and respond to it, but still take the high road over Warren Sapp and say, look, as a player and as somebody who's proud of what I've accomplished, here's my response. but as somebody who has moved on, I feel like this other guy hasn't. I love the fact that he's calling himself a tiger and Sapp a sheep. If that doesn't make it into a back page headline tomorrow,
somewhere.
I don't know what does.
Well, but Frank, you said something a long time ago when this first came up with Sapp a year or so ago, and you said that Warren Sapp's jealous of all the success that Michael Strahan's having at his.
And I think Strahan talked about that a little bit. I got three things from it. Number one, I'm clearly not the only person that gets annoyed at questions you ask. The fact that you need Bruce Murray's arm around you as you're asking the question is a little weird. And then number three, I thought Strahan handled it perfectly. And Warren Sapp, who the heck are you? I mean, if anything, they're probably even as players. Now, Strahan, they both won one Super Bowl. Strahan, for a while, there was a dominant player. And to me, Michael Strahan, his last couple of years in New York, I thought the way that he handled himself, I thought he was a big-time leader on that team. He was important to that team winning a championship. Remember when he called everybody in after the Patriots scored and he said, we're going to score a touchdown here? I thought the guy was an unbelievable leader. The numbers don't lie. He belongs in the Hall of Fame. And give him credit. First of all, he used to be a jerk early on in his career. Let's remember that. There were times when he was a jerk, but the guy handles himself with class. He's a gentleman. And go to heck. Warren Sapp.
You know, I think what his biggest problem was, and I know this will upset you, there was actually more that we edited out, which I know shocks you. But in that part, in the half-hour DVD and the extras that come with it. But the thing that he actually said that struck me the most was that there's a respect from football player to football player. I think why he's so upset is he's not getting any of that respect from Warren Sapp.